launch.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Thank you, everybody, for our first meeting of the new year. And we have one item in regular session this afternoon for work session. And that is for GCEDC. So Sam, why don't you come on up to the table? And we're going to talk about an abandoned building certification for 700 Arlington.
Nice. Thank you, Shannon. And in usual fashion, I'm going to be kind of clinical and straightforward. I know you have a lot on deck today. In this open work session, discussion and Q&A opportunity, before succinctly providing you with high-level relevant project details, I will first, as a point of procedure, quickly address what is specifically being sought council and why. Regarding the what, council will ultimately be asked to certify this on a discretionary basis via an approved resolution at an upcoming formal council meeting, likely the 27th of this month, that 700 Arlington Road qualifies as an abandoned building according to the South Carolina Abandoned Building Revitalization Act, SC Code 1267-100, to create a discretionary corporate tax incentive for the rehabilitation, renovation, and redevelopment of abandoned buildings. Part two, regarding the why. The discretionary corporate income tax credits will help catalyze the meaningful redevelopment of this abandoned landmark historic structure in a financially feasible manner in the near term. Regarding high-level and relevant project details, the owner applicant is Mr. James Jordan and the 700 Arlington Avenue LLC. The property formally received local landmark designation by the Greenville Historic Review Board as an official local landmark. And it also received a special tax assessment for historic properties on September 26, 2024. The structure was the home of, as you see right there, prominent Greenville leaders, opened as the Greenville Cultural Exchange Center for the stated purpose of preserving and sharing Black history in Greenville by Ms. Ruth Ann Butler from 1987 to 2019. City Legal Counsel has reviewed this carefully, including the receipt of a formal affidavit, and has confirmed in writing their belief that 700 Arlington Avenue fully statutorily qualifies for abandoned building status, enabling council to focus on and discuss the merits of the project. In addition to myself, the owner applicant, Mr. Jordan, has joined us today to address any questions that council may have.
Just be quick.
James, what's the status of the collections, and do you intend to keep the collections in the building or not?
All right, excuse me. I get choked up when I talk here.
How you doing, James?
Good, good. Thank you all.
Come on.
Yes, ma'am. Is that appropriate for me to ask him instead of you?
Yeah,
Okay.
you can ask both of us whatever you want.
Thank you. Thank you. It really is an honor to
There,
be
by
here.
the way.
Uh-oh.
No, it's okay. Better do that, something else later.
And I sat here too. It's an honor. First, I want to thank Dr. Benedict. He's been an absolute godsend. We got a challenge with this property. I just want to go back, and I'll be real brief. But got a call from the Urban League about the property experiencing some challenges.
Right.
And the question was asked, did I know anybody that was interested in getting involved? And I said, absolutely, I'll get involved. So myself and company decided to step up and to purchase the property from Ms. Ruth Ann. Ruth Ann's worked very closely with us throughout this process. The Urban League, USC Upstate, stepped in and helped us get all of the items out of the house, get them cataloged, get them put in storage, and then we're going to start making decisions about what comes back. Part of this, though, is that we want to have an empowerment component. So we want to definitely pay homage to the history, and we want to be able to add some digital displays and rolling displays so that we can have unique, fresh content as well. So that's all not static, but we're using some technology and new tools as well. What I'm really excited about, we were trying to figure out how to make it sustainable. So on the second floor, what we're going to do and why this tax credit is so important is because we're going to open up that space to rent it out to professional service businesses, women-owned businesses, minority-owned businesses. There's 4 beautiful suites upstairs with fireplaces in them, and when make really great office spaces. There's a similar project that we've been inspired by at 107 East Park. And that building was finished beautifully. The other part of the challenge, though, really quick, is that, this has been done so far with private investment. So I'm so thankful to Dr. B at trying to help us find other tools to use to be able to make the performer work at the end of the day is the part that we've been challenged with so that we can keep the rent and the suites available. First floor, there'll be a conference room, and then there'll also be those displays that I talked about in those front two areas. So that's kind of an overview of everything that's going on there. After we get it done, we will have a beautiful celebration, and I hope that you all come out and celebrate just such an important building to this community.
So Urban League is gonna be the curator of the exhibits or not?
They're currently the owner of
Okay.
the exhibits. So we don't have any ownership in the exhibits at all. And we want to be very sensitive to the community about that fact and just how that was handled.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thanks, James.
And Ms. Jenny has been absolutely fantastic. She kind of has a vested interest a bit because she's a neighbor and has been staring at this building for a very long time. So it's interesting seeing us get it done.
Yep.
Anything you'd like to add?
No, I think you, just to say that this is a very important property, to the city, to the community, and to John and me. So, any resources that we can make available, accessible to James, to help him, renovate the building. I'm in support of.
What kind of shape's it in? Is it in pretty bad shape?
Do you have an order of magnitude number that you've looked at to rehabilitate it?
Oh, yeah. So, we'll-
That you're willing to share? Let me
oh,
call.
no, I'll tell you, total investment in this thing is going to be about 612,000.
Thank you.
Even got asked from the appraiser, why didn't you just completely demolish this thing and build a new building? It was a great question, but again, because of the historical significance of it, we thought it was very important to
Great.
maintain the structure.
Thank you
All right.
very
So
much.
this will appear at a future council. I think we're targeting the 27th. So we wanted to make sure, this is our process now, that we always brief these in the work session before the formal meeting. So this is your opportunity to ask any questions, if you have any questions of the team.
If you get donor support, do they donate to Urban League or do they donate, as a nonprofit in place for this entity?
We've established the South Carolina History and Empowerment Museum. I haven't gone there yet, only because I wanted to get the project done.
Gotcha.
When you start taking donor funds and I've just been hesitant to this point because I want to be able to keep moving at a
Yeah.
pretty good clip and get it done and then maybe come back and figure out later if sponsors or
John, are you on the Urban League board still?
I think I'm getting reappointed, but I'm
I
not
just-
sure.
We'll see about that.
It depends on how, if I behave or not.
I'm just wondering if there's a way to funnel, if they have private partners that could funnel,
Yeah, we do.
through Urban League
that's a great point.
designated for this project. Just a thought.
It's a great point. I do know right now that the McLaren Health Clinic is one of their top priorities
Right.
in getting that done.
Right, so this competes a little bit
It
on that.
does, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but just from a fundraising,
Yeah.
But there's a lot of
Resource.
corporate money out there.
Yeah.
That would be interested in this.
okay.
Perhaps John can facilitate that for you.
Other questions? Any other questions for James or any of the team members that are here today?
Very exciting. Very
All
exciting.
right. Thank you, James.
Bring it, bring it, bring it.
Don't write a check.
Thank you all for your support.
Thanks, Ed.
Thanks for.
Bye, Jim.
Greenville Any motion?
So moved.
Yes.
Oh, no, that's what, I mean,
We need to go into executive.
I'd be happy. There's.
Thank you.
Explain why.
Yes, sir. Y'all have several items to discuss this afternoon.
Hey, Bimmy. Hey,
I'm
Bimmy.
good, happy New Year. Thanks.
Under
Sorry.
3478(1) and 2, respective contract redevelopment of City Hall, discussion of the settlement of legal claims against short-term rental brokers, appointment of individuals to city boards and commissions, legal advice on city code sections regarding AIPP funding, proposed acquisition of property in Green Mountain Spartan, legal advice regarding IGA between city, county, and GTA, and legal advice on Berryville and annexation.
Go. So moved.
Oh, we already did all in favor, well, in favor, say aye.
Aye. We,